Hi everyone, welcome to the second part of our new series, which is how formulas were derived. So, if you haven't watched the first part, I would recommend that please watch the first part because second part is in continuation with the first part. And so, in our first part, we saw that why area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2 or half times base times height, and we saw that since any triangle can be a part of a parallelogram or any triangle divides a parallelogram. If you do a little bit of construction, then you will see that any triangle is a part of a parallelogram and it divides that parallelogram into two congruent triangles, or we say that any triangle will divide that parallelogram into two equal halves. So that is why the area of a triangle is half of the area of a parallelogram. And since area of a parallelogram is base times height, so that is why the area of the triangle is half of that. But now the question arises that why the area of a parallelogram is base times height. So that is what we are going to learn in this video. That why or how is the area of a parallelogram base times height. So for that, let me draw a parallelogram here. Let's say this is a parallelogram A, B, C, and D. And AB, let's say AB is its base. This is its base. I'm denoting it by letter B. And its height, let's say, is h, which is nothing but the perpendicular distance. So this length is the height, which is h. Now I'm not going to draw it here. What I will do is I'm going to do a little bit of construction over here. Let's say let's suppose you have drawn this parallelogram on a piece of paper, and then what you do, you take a scissor and you cut this portion of the parallelogram. Okay, you cut this portion, then you will get this triangle. This triangle, let's say this is the point E. So if you cut this portion, you will get this triangle ADE. Now what I want you to do is take up this triangle and flip it and place it over here. So when you do that, you will get a figure like this. I hope you're able to imagine this. If not, you can try this activity in real time. You can take up a piece of paper, you can draw a parallelogram, cut out a triangle, and place it over here. You will see that you will get this figure, and this figure is nothing but a rectangle. So this point is now E, and this is D, this is C, and let's say this point is F. All right. Now, if you observe carefully, what are the dimensions of this rectangle? See, this whole length AB, this whole length AB was made up of two line segments, AE and EB, AE plus EB. Now, what I did, I just took up this length AE and I placed this length AE over here. Okay, so then I got this length EF for my new figure. I got this new length EF, which is made up of this length EB And again, what I did, this new length, this length, which is the new length, this is nothing but AE, because I picked up this triangle and I placed it over here. So again, you have EB plus AE, which is nothing but AB only. So this new length EF is also congruent to the old length AB, which had the measure of B only. So EF is also equal to B. So this length is nothing but B. And this height remains the same. This is not going to change. Whatever height this parallelogram had, it's the same height for this rectangle. Now, what is the area of a rectangle? If I talk, so basically you have to understand that I just took up this triangle from here and I placed it over here. Now this parallelogram has turned into a rectangle. So area of this parallelogram ABCD will be same as area of this rectangle EFCD. Area of rectangle. So the area of your parallelogram ABCD will be same as area of this rectangle EFCD. And we know that area of a rectangle is base times height. So that is how area of a parallelogram is base times height. So basically, if you do a little bit of construction in a parallelogram, you will observe that a parallelogram is nothing but some form of rectangle only. And area of a rectangle is base times height. Now you should also ask this question from yourself, that why the area of a rectangle is base times height. So this we will learn in our next part. So I hope you understood this. I hope you understood the logic behind this formula. And I hope you also found this video informative. So yes, we will meet next time. Till then, bye bye. Take care.